So let's start it. All right, little cap, come on.
Hi, we are Poco, and Poco meaning Power of Now. We're here to present about being and overdose of life. Our mission statement is Poco strives to provide education and awareness against substance misuse and other types of compulsive behavior throughout the youth population. Through teen volunteers, Poco prioritizes informing our peers about making sound decisions and resisting peer pressure. By participating in various activities and events, our youth leaders promote drug prevention and collaborative learning in our community. Empower yourselves and others.
All right. Next three.
So throughout the presentation, we're gonna have stuff like silent tribute, and make sure to just think to yourself and don't talk to your peers like that. Because if one of your sections is too loud, then I'm gonna have to cancel you guys, and you guys don't get a prize.
So this silent trivia guy, just raise your hand, all right? Then you're gonna win this nice pen, all right? Okay, first question.
Okay, so the first question is, when was Larchmont Charter School
Okay,
first
hold
established?
on. When she says A, raise your hand, right? So if there's any noise, we're gonna exclude the whole section, okay? All right, let's do it.
Okay, trivia number 1. When was Larchmont Charter School first opened? Raise your hand for A. Okay.
That is wrong. Down. Only one. Shh.
Okay, what about for B? August 2014. Okay. You
That
guys
is
are wrong.
wrong. Down. Shh. Okay, this section is loud. This section is loud.
Okay, what about C? September 2015.
Hold your hand. Don't be shy.
Okay, that was correct.
Hold your hand. Hold your hand.
Keep your hands up if you answer the question.
All right. We have more chances, but anything like loud.
Okay. Kiana?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Yenna. I'm a sophomore and I'm one of the co-presidents of our Poco Club here at LFP. So our main topic for our presentation today is vaping, but before we get into that, I'm going to talk a little bit about addiction and overdose. You may be wondering, if we're talking about vaping, why are we starting with overdose? This is the main point of our presentation. Overdose. Addiction starts with something that seems harmless like vaping, but then it can progress into use of more harsher and destructive substances, which can then lead to overdosing. So these are photos of people before and after using methamphetamine and heroin consistently. As you can see, they develop sores on their face, they lost weight, and they overall look older and more unhealthier. Some other effects of addiction include neurological damage, or organ diseases, and behavioral changes that can lead into social impacts and financial issues as well. And next, we're gonna watch a short video from someone who has experienced a fentanyl overdose.
I just had no fear of like dying, you know. I didn't think that was part of like what drugs could do to somebody, but it had fentanyl in it. I instantly just, I died flatlined, like on the floor in front of my mom and in front of my little sister. And all I know that happened after that was what they told me, but I was like not breathing for 20 minutes, and they tried CPR and Narcan and everything, you know. One of the paramedics ended up breaking my ribs to get me to start breathing again. I just woke up 3 days later in the hospital and I had no idea what happened. I mean, just by the grace of God.
Hey, local
local teenager dead from a suspected fentanyl overdose.
We lost 2 students to overdoses just in the past 2 months.
Her 17-year-old daughter is the latest local high school student to die.
Dead after taking pills laced with no signs.
Died from fentanyl poison.
Just one day, there were more than a dozen drug overdoses and 6
Fentanyl
deaths.
can be up to 50 times stronger than heroin.
Drug deaths among children more than tripled from 2019 to 2020.
So fentanyl is the leading cause of overdose deaths in the United States, and it is a very powerful synthetic opioid that is approved by the FDA for use by medical professionals. But street fentanyl, on the other hand, is very different and very dangerous because it is produced in unregulated laboratories without quality control. Compared to other opioids, fentanyl is a lot more powerful, with it being 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine, which is why the smallest bit of fentanyl, literally the size of a few grains of salt, can be deadly. And since 1999, almost 1 million people have passed away from drug overdoses. Specifically in the adolescent population, roughly 22 teenagers pass away from drug overdoses every week. And the leading cause of those teenage deaths is the rise of counterfeit pills laced with fentanyl.
Okay, we have a second trivia question. Imagine that, guys. Every single week, hold on. Every single week, we are losing 1 pack. No. 1 pack. Whole group. That group is dead. All right. So, whole pack will go away, disappear, right? Because of the overdose issue. Okay, be quiet. Silent trivia, guys.
Okay. So what is the most popular emoji on social media? Raise your hand if you think it's A.
No A, come on.
Guys, don't be shy, guys.
Go right there.
It's not A. Raise your hand if you think it's B.
Okay, correct. But we're gonna give later down. There's so many students. Okay. All right, good guys. Number 2.
So teenagers don't have to go into shady alleyways and stuff and corners. They can just go on social media platforms and use these symbols to get the drugs.
Yeah, so if you see those signs, right, emojis in your social media, for example, the snowflake means cocaine, right? Don't hang out there. It's a bad check group.
Lena Ramos took a blue pill he got from his friends. They said it was Percocet, but it was actually pure fentanyl. He was left unconscious in a parking lot and died alone at age 15. Kirsten Torres Young and her friends split a fake Percocet they ordered on Snapchat. Both girls passed out, but only the friend could be resuscitated. Kirsten was just 19. Zach Didier was bored with the lockdown and wanted to experiment. He was also feeling stressed about his college applications. He connected with a dealer on Snapchat and took a counterfeit Percocet made of fentanyl. Zach was 17 years old when he died. Luke Emanuel was having tooth pain when he was offered Percocet by an online friend. He died alone in his bedroom just weeks before his 14th birthday and the day before starting 8th grade. I don't want anybody to be in my seat. I don't want other people to feel this. I don't want to keep hugging other parents that have lost a child like I have.
So where did it go wrong? What's wrong with this, right? So we want to see where's that from, actually. What are those bad stories, sad stories are from, right? So it's nothing from serious stuff. It's coming from very simple stuff. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, my name is Chloe, and I'm also a leader of the club in East Poco. And so I'm going to talk about what vaping is. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what vaping is, but basically vaping is breathing in vapor from an electronic cigarette, which is a vape, and most vapes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive, and most teens are prone to being addicted. And vapes can also be deceitful since they can be hidden in plain sight, because they can look like pens, USBs, or small colorful devices. These are the effects that vape has to the body. So, like I mentioned before, because of the nicotine, vaping can be highly addictive, especially to teens. And it can also damage your brain development, which is really bad because you have to stay in school and study. And your brain actually, it's still developing until the age of 25, so it's important that you take care of your brain and not ban your vapes. And also, it has short-term effects and long-term effects, and short-term effects can include coughing and an irritated throat, while long-term effects can include lung damage or even lung cancer.
Eric?
I'm going to be talking about some misconceptions about vaping. Some are e-cigarettes are safer than smoking. It's just flavoring. There are vapes that don't contain nicotine. E-cigarettes help you quit smoking, and vapes help relieve stress and anxiety. And the use of vapes are harmful to teens, kids, and adults.
So they're saying like, oh, it's safe, right? It is cool stuff. It is not. It is dangerous, actually, guys. Last year, 68 people died, confirmed death, right? From CDC, they confirmed it from vaping, right? So it is not safe, all right? And it is really bad for you guys, actually, right? And then starting from nicotine and THC and so on. So another trivia question.
Okay, another trivia. Okay, I want you guys to raise your hands and give me just random numbers, and I'll say if it's higher or lower. Okay, who wants to start off? So there are many times likelier to use marijuana for people who started to vape. Okay. Yeah. Give me a number.
25.
Huh?
25.
Lower. Okay.
13.
Lower.
7.
Higher. In the back.
8.
Okay, that's correct.
You pass up. 2. Can I throw it? Oh, no, 2. Okay.
Great, thank you. So remember the number, 8 times, right? So whoever doing vaping has a higher chance, 8 times higher chance for marijuana.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure that many of you guys have been peer pressured into vaping, whether it be by strangers or possibly even your friends. And we want to make sure that we're able to say no to these people. And this kind of pressure can happen anywhere, especially inside of school. And a quick choice can have lasting effects. And some sort of examples that we can do or say are no thanks, I'm good. And for a reason, we could say, my family would be upset, I don't want to reach sports or school. And the exit line would be, I've got to go and catch you later. And when you guys give your reasoning, you guys don't have to be, you guys don't have to say a lot. It can be brief and short.
So as Andrew said, right? So the pressure, temptation is everywhere, right? So you gotta be ready, right? How to say no, right? Don't be like, soft no. I don't know, I don't think so. That's a soft no, right? You gotta say firm no, all right? So I don't know, I don't like it, I'm out. So those are 3 steps, right? Ready for your clear no, all right? And do reasoning. And also exit line, just get out from there, all right? So if your friend is under temptation, take him out, take her out as well, right? So remember those 3 steps and get ready for your no too. So those are examples, all right? Pressure, teasing, you're a chicken, come on, you can try just once, all right? Those are like really tempting questions, but you can say no to this. All right, last trivia question, guys.
Hey, okay. Which pop star wanted to become a federal agent of Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs? Raise your hand if you think it's A. No, that's wrong. Raise your hand if you think it's B. Raise your hand if you think it's D.
You guys did really, really good. So each one of you get one of these, right? So just one. Again, quiet. So any section make noise, you're not gonna do that. Okay, now we have a last session.
Okay, so what is your community? According to the World Encyclopedia, the word community is derived from the Latin word communitas. And this basically just means a group of interdependent organisms. A good example of analogies for this would be like penguins navigating a vast and often harsh landscape. Today, teenagers may stumble, fall, and face the weight of mistakes. And we recognize that young people are operating in increasingly challenging environments filled with stress and pressure. And this is a photo of the crime rates per capita in the Los Angeles County. And finally, just like penguins who form communities together to survive in the harsh winter conditions of the Antarctica, we have to come together as one, as a community, to inform one another about the harsh effects of vapes. Let's say no to others together.
Yeah, so as Rebecca said, guys, you know, we are in a really harsh environment, all right, just like the penguins, all right? And we are, you know, supporting each other back to back, all right? When the weather or environment is really harsh, they get together, make penguin huddles. Look at your huddle. This is your community right there, all right? We are interconnected each other. So we do know, right, for those bad things, but we do know together, all right? You do that for your friend too, all right? So be prepared for that, all right? So these young leaders, they are doing that now, actually, through the community, right? So that's it for today. This was really short, okay? We are 55, right on time. Thank you. Oh, any questions, quick? Any questions?
Are there any like risks of like being someone that, or being near someone that vapes?
You want to repeat the questions or not?
Yeah. Can you repeat that question?
Are there any like risks to being near someone that vapes?
We asked if there's any risks to being near somebody who is vaping, like that secondhand smoke.
So basically, vaping is the same thing as smoking, cigarette. All right. Its only difference is vaporized, you know, water versus real smoking part. All right. But it has also bad chemical as well. You starting with the nicotine part, but usually you move on to THC. All right, which is marijuana. All right. And then the smoke shop marijuana is kind of not so strong. So from that point, you move on to something else. So you saw that 8 times higher chance for THC marijuana use, any vaping users, all right? Any marijuana users, they have a 7 times higher chance for any other stronger drug. So do the math, right? 7 times, 49 times, 49 times. So once you start your vaping, once you start your marijuana, you have like 7 times higher, stronger type of drugs. Go ahead.
What's worse, cigs or vapes?
It's hard to say. If you do more on vaping, it's worse. All right. So if you do like vaping all day long, it's really bad. And depends on the people too. Some of you are really sensitive on those. And like you said, like 68 people died. 68. They were not ready. They didn't expect that. Dying from vaping. Right? So some of you are super sensitive on those chemicals. You never know until you kick in.
I have 2 questions. First off, what are some programs on YouTube to try to quit? And second question, are there any over-the-counter drugs to help with quitting?
Yes. So fentanyl, any opioid overdose, we call Narcan. All right, they are all trained for Narcan, actually. So it's overturned the effect. Alcohol, and also there is another type of drug treatment. We call it MAT, right? Medical assisted treatment these days, right? It's not just a simply psychological self-control stuff. They do control with another type of counter medication. And other question, is there any treatment, right? So mental health department of county help you out, guys. There's a call 988. If you have any, psychological meltdown or any drug issue, you can call that number. You will find the help. So remember, not 911, 988 for mental health problem.
One other thing too. There's a program called YVAPE, which is like an online coaching program through the state of California. So if you are struggling with vaping, there's lots of resources available to you. And remember, the teachers here and the mental health professionals here, we approach it with no judgment. If you come to us and ask us if you need support, it sounds like there's peers here that can be helpful. Maybe Poco Club can help in some way, and also we can get you connected with resources. Because I think the goal is for all of you that you know that there's resources out there and support. This is a major thing for our high schoolers. We provide this education to you because it's necessary for you to have accurate information about the effects of substances. I have a question. Does anyone have any other questions? Because we have like 1 more minute. So Poco is a club here, and Yenna and Andrew and Chloe have been really essential in bringing this here to school. We wanted to do this for more students. I'm curious, what's it like to receive the information from not an adult in the community, but actually a peer here at your school? Does it make more of a difference or an impact when you're hearing the information from students than it would be from an adult, potentially? Yes? Do you maybe, Yenna, want to say how you got involved in Poco, and then we can wrap up?
So when I first joined Poco, I didn't really know a lot of information about drugs and substances, obviously. But being in Poco, I learned more about it, and it's really just a great opportunity to teach other people, because it is easier coming from your peers than some adult who doesn't really know what you're going through and what the stress of school is like. So yeah, it's just a great opportunity and for education and awareness.
So if anyone's interested in joining or wanting to participate or has questions, they can find you on campus? Or?
Yeah, also I'm planning on turning Poco into a lunch club next year, so if you already have commitment to a Thursday club, you can still join Poco next year for lunch.
Any other questions? Yeah.
Who do we go to if we need support?
Say that again?
Who do we go to if we need support?
From, you mean an adult or a peer?
Here.
Yeah, so you can come talk to me.
Okay.
I'm here today. You can talk to Miss Lee. Mr. Alvarez is your counselor with 9th grade. He's here representing. Please follow up with him if you need any support. Any teacher, Miss Hellman, Mr. Hummel, Mr. There are people here to support you, so please make sure you connect with us and we can help you get to wherever you need.
Yeah, that's a really good question, guys. So if you need help, say help me, right? That's a really, really cool action, actually. Don't just struggle by yourself, all right? Very nice question.
Okay, so we can't leave just yet.